What's up guys, Magic Knives here, and today I'm bringing to you a review on some new NeoPixel lightsabers that I got for myself. These are the Mando inspired lightsabers by CCSabers, and I have done a upgrade to them where I've installed a Xenopixel soundboard into both of them. And as you see, I got two of them. Got one with a gray hilt and one with a black hilt, so both of them have a Xeno soundboard into them now, and it's made these lightsabers super awesome now. I will walk you through how these work and whatnot. So first and foremost, these are NeoPixel lightsabers like I mentioned, so it will have a NeoPixel blade when you first get these, so you will get the nice scrolling effect and with the blade rising up and down, and you get all different sorts of blade colors and blade styles and whatnot, which is pretty great. But because it is a NeoPixel blade, you do want to be mindful when you are dueling. If you do plan to duel with these, you cannot go. These are not designed for heavy dueling. Don't believe what they say. Even if they say it's good for dueling, just try to use your restraint. So anything from light to medium dueling is okay. Anything more than that, you are putting yourself at risk of breaking your NeoPixel blade and you'll have to buy a new one. So be mindful of that. This is mostly for special effects and if you want to do cool movie or film shoots and just having fun with it. Okay, casual doing is fine, and you can adjust the sensitivity of the blade, which I'll get to in a bit. So that way you can still clash the blades at a light touch and not have to worry so much about it not clashing. Like, the sensitivity will pick it up enough so you don't have to smack the blades too hard in order to get the clash sound. So a couple things as far as the hilt. I did get when you buy it, it can come in either a gray, black, or champagne gold color. I would have liked it if they had a silver hilt too, but because at first I wasn't a big fan of the gray hilt, but you know, eventually it kind of grew on me, so I'm still pretty happy with this actually. So and once you press the button here and it lights up red, it really makes a nice contrast with the blade, with the hilt here, so it's pretty nice. At the bottom here, if you screw off the pommel, this is where your speaker will be, of course. If you get one of those couplers, you can actually attach two lightsabers together, so you can go all Darth Maul style if you want. If you screw off this part of the hilt, the body part, this is where your soundboard will be held into place. Now, when you first get this saber from CCSabers, you will get, it'll come as either an RGB or a Xenopixel 3.0, which is what it currently is right now as I'm speaking in this video. When you get that Xenopixel 3.0, it comes with 16 sound fonts, I believe. All of them, they are only inspired by the Star Wars characters. They're not movie accurate, so all the sounds and everything are not the same, or they're not accurate to the movies. So when you make the swing and clash sound, they're all the same. There's no variety and stuff, which is kind of lame. So that's why if you want to be movie accurate in terms of getting a NeoPixel blade, you'll want to make sure you get a Xenopixel soundboard, which is like the most budget approach with getting a soundboard that allows you to customize and add your own sound fonts. Profi being the next one, and then CFX and Golden Harvest, all those ones that give you more features and stuff. So that's a cover for another time. But right here is where the SD card is held. So this is the thing that you will need to be able to add or customize your fonts. When you buy the Xenopixel soundboard, which I'll leave a link in the description for where I got this on Etsy, just for that matter, you will get a little USB plug that you can take the SD card out, place that into the USB plug. Bear in mind, before you do this, you do want to make sure you take the battery out first before you take the SD card out, so always make sure you do that. and then you're going to plug that into your computer, and then depending on what sound fonts you downloaded, just either from KSith or Kyberphonics, just to name a couple. Those are really great sites where you can get some really awesome fonts. Customize your color, your blade style, characters, quotes, and you can do all sorts of things. You can adjust the sensitivity of your blade when you clash. As default, it will be set at 1.5. A lot of people, they'll bump it up to about a little higher just because they don't want it too sensitive. I keep mine at a 2 just because I do like having that sensitivity still when I'm swinging around and just clashing lightly with a friend of mine if I'm doing small little duels with them. So that's something. Just bear that in mind. You might have to bump the sensitivity up if you don't want it super sensitive. And yeah, and then you can obviously put your SD card back in, the battery back in, and then you can just screw this back on. Just like so. Alright, so that's just a very short overview of the Xeno soundboard itself. You can do so much customization with this. It's honestly, the possibilities are almost endless. So here's where you have your charging port. You will get a charger that comes with it. The charging time can take anywhere from 2 to 4 hours. I believe that's the battery life for this. When you are ready to turn it on, you just hold this button right here to turn it on. Power on. And that takes it out of sleep mode. Okay. There are 3 different modes when you've awoken the lightsaber up here. If you hold it for 1 second or let it blink 1 time, volume low. It puts it to volume low. Do it again. Puts it on mute. Put 1 more time. Volume high. I'm gonna put it to low for now, just so it's not too loud. Volume low. Just like that. So bear that in mind. Depending on your situation, you can either mute it, you can put it on high volume, or you can put it on low volume. If you don't do anything with if you're not playing with the lightsaber or doing anything with it for like 10 minutes, after 10 minutes the lightsaber will shut off and it will go back to sleep mode. So just bear that in mind. As far as the blade itself, actually, if right about here is where you have these Allen screws that hold the blade in place. So when you're installing your new blade or removing it or putting a new one in, you'll have an Allen key that you can use to take out the screws, and then obviously switch your blade out if you need to. Now, on to the actual functioning of the blade itself. When you want to turn it on, you just tap the button right here, 1 press, and that will give you the nice scrolling effect of the blade, which is pretty sweet. You got your clash effect, so I'll show you right here. As you can see, very sensitive right now, even at a 2.0 setting. I have it just where I want it right now. Obviously, sometimes if I'm like catching in one hand, I might make the blade clash, but not a big deal. You have your blaster bolt effects where you just tap the button here. Just like that. You have lockup, so to do lockup, you just hold the button for 1 second and then hit the blade. And this could work for lightning deflect as well if you wish, and then you can just let go when you're done. You have tip drag, so to do tip drag, you hold the button for 1 second and then you just let go. And then you can just drag this along the ground or on the wall. You can also use this for like melt if you're like pushing this up against the wall, just to add more special effect. Tap the button again to take it off. Now what's also cool is when you have the lightsaber up like this, you just hold the button down for 1 second, do a quick twist, and that will do some force effects. Just like that. And you can do it, you can twist either right to left or left to right. What's nice is that if you want to switch out the quotes or the force effects, you can do so through the files. when you are customizing your fonts and adding them. So I might actually add in quotes when I do the force effect feature for my sabers. Now if you want to change the color of your blade, there's two ways you can do it. Either you hold the button down for 2 seconds or 2 blinks, and that will cycle the blade through all the colors that it has, okay? And then when you get to the color that you want, you just press the button again to stop it, and it'll select whatever color you stopped at. The other way to do it, which is a little bit more faster, is you hold the button down and then you do a quick twist. Keep holding down the button and it will cycle through the colors much faster this way. And once you get to the color that you want, you're going to let go of the button, and that, just like that, it'll stop at the color that you've chosen. Okay. Now to turn the saber off, you can either hold the button down for 3 seconds. You can also activate and turn off the saber just by doing a quick twist right to left, just like this. And you can also turn the saber on by doing a stab motion, just like this. Okay. You can, if you want to, turn on the feature where it allows you to turn it off by doing the stab motion. Doesn't really make much sense though, so I don't know why you would want to do that. So I just leave it on the stab on motion. Now, if you want to change the blade styles or ignitions, you can do so. When the saber's off, you hold the button down for 2 blinks to change the blade style. So sometimes you can have a fire effect, just like Kylo Ren's saber. You can have a rainbow blade, a candy blade, all those cool stuff. If you want to change the ignition style, where it has a stack ignition or a unsteady ignition or just whatnot, you hold the button down for 3 seconds and you will go through all the different types of ignitions as well. Now, if you want to change, switch the sound font, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can either go forward or backwards. So if you want to go forward, I hold the button down for 4 seconds, or 4 blinks. So now it switches to the next font, and now this one is Rey's yellow lightsaber, okay? And if I want to go back to the previous one, I can just, from here, hold the lightsaber downwards, do a quick twist to the left and then to the right. And it goes back to the previous one, just like that. Now if you want to play music, what you can do is when you're holding the lightsaber up like this, you do a quick twist left and then right. Just like that, and then you twist it again to turn it off. Alright, and depending on the music that you put, you can obviously customize whatever music and stuff you want to put on there. So otherwise, that's pretty much all of your features. Very, very cool. I've loved customizing these and playing with these. These things are super fun. These are awesome. So, I mean, if you're really looking to get into lightsabers and have something that's a nice collector piece for yourself, or just a simple toy and you don't want to spend too much, getting to have a NeoPixel blade with a Xeno soundboard or Profi board, CFX, you can do so many cool customizations and make it as close to the movies as you possibly can get. And you can do all sorts of customizations with changing up the blaster bolt sounds, the clashing, lockup, all that cool stuff. So yeah, the possibilities with these are just endless. So I definitely recommend these if you're a light Star Wars fan like myself and you want to get yourself some lightsabers. So if you have questions, let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching, and hope to see you guys in my future videos. And until next time, peace out, and may the Force be with you.